Hello, my homies. One smart cat doing some Warpforge Warhammer 40k. This is extremely exciting because we have not had any information about this game for months, and they finally put out some new information. They did a major update on the game and added a lot of new stuff to it. Basically, it looks like we're pretty much to the point that they're almost ready for release. And the reason that I'm saying that is because they have the store updated. They have like what their progression system is going to be and the prices in the shop and everything for what the gold is and all of that. If any of my new subscribers are watching this, I covered a lot of card games for a while. I did Spellslinger, I did Warpforge, I did Horus Heresy. I'm a big fan of card games. I like the strategy to them. I like building decks. I love building decks. That's one of my favorite things to do. And the only reason that I have not been covering Warpforge lately is because we have not gotten any new information in a very long time. But that has finally changed. This is the closed beta. It says it on the top. So let me go ahead and show you the new progression system and how they're going to do everything. Spoiler alert, overall, it's like a lot of other card games in the sense that either you're going to spend money to get packs or you're going to grind the game to get packs. That's just the way it is. You're either going to grind or you're going to pay. But I will say that the way that they're doing the grind is pretty interesting. So when this game actually does finally go live, you're going to be taken to this campaign wedge right here. And at the campaign wedge, you're going to get to pick whatever your favorite faction is, whether it's the Ultramarines, the Goth clan for the Orcs, the Han for the Aldari, the Sutek Dynasty for the Necrons, the Black Legion for the Chaos Marines, or the High Fleet Leviathan for the Zerg, aka Tyranids. Whichever one you pick for your first one, they're going to just straight up give you a starter deck for that faction. Now, when you get the starter deck, this is completely playable. You can take it in and start fighting other people. Now, doing matches and all that will help you complete missions. And whenever you do these missions, it gives you these little credits, and every single faction has their own credits. So like whenever you get this, and that, I have 400 points for the Hive Fleet Leviathan. If you look at these other ones, I haven't messed with any of them yet, so I don't have any points in any of them. You use these points to go through this web that they're calling the campaign, and every single faction has their own, and they're all, you know, just spaced out a little bit different and everything like that. And going through these, you get booster packs, you get specific cards, you get commanders, your generals or whatever. And this is one of the main ways that you're going to be building up your decks. So I do have some points. Let's go ahead and throw it into here. We'll get a booster pack just for the fun. And we'll jump over here to the shop where our booster pack is. Let's go ahead and open it up. See if we get anything fancy. Rare. Bunch of commons, one rare, nothing too crazy. Now I have 200 left. I can get this for a wild card, or I can just save it and continue to go down this path. The further down you go, the more, you know, points you need in order to get the stuff. So this is like the main way that they plan on you getting cards if you're going to be playing for free. So this is what you're going to be grinding. So you'll get that from doing your daily missions. You'll get it from winning, because you get skulls from winning games, and that'll give you more of the points. This is your daily login. It gives you these pink crystals, which you need to upgrade cards. So they finally put in a mechanic to where your duplicate cards have a purpose. Let's go ahead and head over to my collection so I can show you what these red crystals and everything do. Now, if you don't know, I have a decent sized collection because I have been in the alpha for a good while. And there was a point in time during the alpha where every single day you would get 1,000 free gold. And it was amazing because you would use that 1,000 free gold in order to get packs. That's obviously not a thing anymore. And that's obviously not going to be a thing whenever the game comes out. But because they did do that, I do have quite a lot of cards. Let's go ahead and go to my Tyranids. So if you look at all these cards that have these arrows going up, these are obviously the ones that I'm able to upgrade. You know, I have 12 of this card, I have 9 of this card, you know, 6 of this card. I do have a couple of decks that uses the Spore Mine, so let's go ahead and upgrade this. So it's going to take 2 of my duplicates, and it's going to take 10 of my crystals, and it's going to upgrade it to level 1. It doesn't make the card any more powerful or anything like that. Basically, all it does is make the cards look better. Like it can make them shiny, it can give them a border, it can give them a different border. Basically, upgrading the card just makes them look cooler. That's all it does. But what it also does is it gives you these little points right here. So we'll go ahead and upgrade this. I'm not sure what that first level did. Still looks pretty much the same. But the real reason why we did it is because now if we go over here to Forge and pop over here to the Zerg. So forging cards is how you progress through this track. So we'll go ahead and claim that booster pack. And that's how you progress through this track right here, is by forging all of your duplicate cards. And it gives you booster packs, it gives you titles, legendary wild cards, it gives you a bunch of different stuff. So now duplicate cards do have a purpose, which is basically to help you progress on this track. And while we're here, there's 2 very special cards that are on screen that we need to talk about. So one of the new mechanics that are going to be coming into the game is something called defense cards and offense cards. And as far as I've seen, the only way to get these cards is to do it like this, through this forge mechanic. And every faction is going to have 3 defense cards and 3 offense cards. And what they do is whenever you're in a match and you go second, you get to pick one of your defense cards, and that'll be put into your hand on your first turn. So if I was on defense here, I would get Toxic Vapors. It costs 1 energy and it deals 1 to 3 damage to an enemy. If I was going first and I had the offense card, at the end of each turn, deal 1 damage to the warlord with the highest health. And that would work. Whenever you pick the offense card, it basically changes the field of battle and like adds that rule to the game. So if I chose this card for the entire match, that would happen. At the end of each turn, deal 1 damage to the warlord with the highest health. So that is a completely new mechanic that is now added to the game. And I honestly don't even know what all the defense and offense cards are for all the factions. So I'm assuming that that's going to be a pretty important factor whenever the games start to get going. So the other thing that I need to show you when it comes to the campaign, you may have seen it already whenever I was showing you the points and stuff. So anytime that you claim one of these little nodes, it shows you what you get. Like right here, you get this over here on the left, which is a Tyranid starter deck. But if I paid for the premium, not only would I get the starter deck, I would also get a legendary wild card. So here's the interesting thing about this premium. Every single faction has their own premium. So if you want the premium track for each of these factions, you're gonna have to get 3,000 gold for each faction. So if you want to do premium on every single one, that's, what is that, 15,000 gold. Now there are a couple of places to get gold. Mainly it's in the forge stuff. Like each of these forges, you can get, you know, 200 gold here and 200 gold here. But beyond that, I mean, as far as I can tell, the only way that you're able to get gold is by buying it, which is honestly pretty brutal. Which is a good segue to, let's actually go to the shop and look at the gold. So if you wanted 3,000 gold to get the premium pack on one of the factions, we're looking at 2,000 gold for 20 bucks, 900 gold for $9.99, and then 400 gold for $4.99, which is 30 $35 bucks. That is pretty insane. That's pretty crazy. Out of everything that I've seen that they've added to the game, like that's pretty much the only thing that I think is pretty shit. 35 bucks in order to get the premium line for just one of the factions. Like, that's pretty shit. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go back over here to the Hive Fleet Leviathan and let's click on a couple of these. So that one's just a booster pack. That one's just a wild card. So with this, if you had premium, you would get an epic wild card. You get an extra booster on that one. Extra crystals. Looks like you get all of that stuff together, so that's good at least. If you want to get different avatars, you have to be on the premium. Rare wild card, extra booster pack, extra booster pack. Yeah, I mean, you don't even get premium on every single node. It's just some of the nodes. I mean, the stuff that you get is good though. You know, getting an epic wild card is a good thing. You can get whatever, you know, whatever epic you want. But $35, that's a lot. So far, that's the only thing I have not liked out of all the stuff that I've seen. Everything else that I've seen has been pretty cool. So, as far as I know, that's all the new stuff that I can show you. You know, getting weekly challenges, you're able to get through these chests as well. And that's pretty much it, I think. Now, I do thoroughly enjoy this game. I think that they did a great job on the art. Like, I mean, just look at the, you know, look at these cards over here. Like, the art, they did an amazing job on. The battle animations, they did really good on. Let's go ahead and do a quick fight. I'm not going to go all the way through my decks like I usually do, just because this is already going to be a long video. I'll do Share the Pain. Pretty much what you need to know about this deck is it's very synapse heavy. And what that means is anytime I play a card that somebody has synapse, whenever I do something to this person, like if I give this person 3 health, the card to the left and the card to the right of them will also get the 3 health. So any sort of bonuses I put on somebody that has synapse, they share that bonus with the people to the left and to the right of them. So that's the gist of what this deck does. But let's get a game just so that we can see all the bells and whistles going off and everything. Okay, so we'll replace that. We'll keep both of these. Actually, we'll replace this one too, since we're going first. We're gonna have less cards. Not great. We don't have a first turn, at least not yet.
Prepare for the coming of damnation.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I really hope this game doesn't turn super scummy, because you can talk, you get to say all kinds of stuff. You don't really get to say stuff whenever you're a Zerg, because, you know, they're just monsters.
The gods have a plan, and the despoiler will enact it.
Like, the voice acting is good. The maps look fucking cool. All right, let's go ahead and put out this big boy. At the end of your turn, deploy a spore mine. And then on the next turn, we'll probably try to heal him to try to keep him alive. Our big dude hits hard. So if you don't know anything about this game and you're still watching, thank you. So each of your cards has a melee attack. My bad, I didn't end my turn. A melee attack and a ranged attack. And whenever you go to attack somebody, you get to pick which one you do. So if I do my melee against his melee, I do 3 damage to him and he does 2 damage to me. That's kind of the way that works.
Your nightmares.
Ow. That guy hit hard. All right. Too bad that our spore guy wasn't able to hang out too long. Trying to keep field advantage is always more important than health for the most part. So one of the things that these guys are able to do are able to combine into themselves. So now this guy's a 3/3. And not every card's able to do that. He was able to do that because of Swarm. And the reason I kept getting more of him is because of Tide. There are so many cool mechanics in this game and shit. Like, I really, really hope that it doesn't become a super scummy game. Because there's a lot of really cool stuff in it. Deal 2 damage to all enemies. So if we do 3 damage to him, why can't I hit him? This troop cannot be targeted for 1 turn. That's why I can't hit him. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's make these guys beefier. So we get him up to 4. We'll raise his damage and stuff. If we can't hit him, then we'll just hit the main boss. He's already down to 18. Very nice. We haven't gotten any of our Synapse cards, which kind of sucks because this is like my Synapse deck.
Such sweet cacophony.
Ooh. He's letting himself get pretty hurt. Two melee to friends. This guy has Synapse, but we can't get him until we have 7 energy. So let's just go ahead and use this because I don't want to get hit by that 6/6 guy. Just keep doing damage. Synapse, Artifice.
Your skull is already mine.
So he has that shield, Vanguard, which means I need to attack him first. Ooh, he has 2 Vanguards. But we got 2 of our big guys as well. Let's put out... He has 7 health. He has 8 health. Let's go ahead and put this guy out. And we can kill that dude. So we'll go ahead and swing on him just to get him off the field. So this guy he gives me a card every single turn. Ooh, that's pretty huge. So I'm going to take a lot of damage here, but it does get him off the field, which is, I'm okay with making that trade. Because now we have this big dude out and he doesn't have anything on his field to immediately deal with it unless he, he drew something or has something in hand in order to destroy it outright. We'll just have to wait and see.
Chaos Emperor!
We are hurt. So he does have Synapse and he has Artifice. Let's do this. So now I have a shield. I can take 1 extra damage. What if we do this? All right, so now we have 5. We could use our shield to do that, and then hit him with the 6. Nice and easy, nice and easy. No problem, no problem. See, and winning ranked games used to give you gold. That's not a thing anymore. So you can't just grind ranked games in order to get that 3,000 gold either, which kind of sucks. Now it gives you these little crystals. So after that match, I do get to click on this daily mission. That gives me more campaign points. And I have 15 daily skulls now, so I can get this as well. And then that in turn can take me back to the campaign. I have 300 of these, and I could get a rare wild card. See, all of this I don't mind. I think, like, all of this I think is pretty damn cool. But this premium track though, that's pretty brutal. I don't know. I still like this game. I'm gonna grind this out a bit, see what I can find and see what I can mess with. Let me know what you think about all the new updates. Let me know what you think about the card game, if this is the first time that you've ever seen this card game. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully I see you in another one of my videos, and wee.